Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Carl Piltz, and in this lesson, we're going to be talking about the concepts of productivity, focus, and mental energy. How do we get more of it? We're going to answer these basic questions. Why do we feel tired a lot? Why do we find it hard to focus? And why do we find it hard to focus for long periods of time? The basic concept that we are going to talk about today is brain chemistry. More specifically, how our body makes important brain chemicals. There are brain chemicals that are responsible for making us productive, able to focus, ready to take action. There are also brain chemicals that make us feel optimistic and confident. Then there are also brain chemicals that make us be able to relax and enjoy life. There are brain chemicals that make us feel this way. So we're going to learn about them. One of the things I'm going to show you is that if you remember from the last lesson, if you remember this graph, this is a graph of what happens to our blood sugar whenever we eat sugar and white carbohydrates. And in the last lesson, I showed you how this directly causes fat gain. Now what I'm going to show you in this lesson is that eating sugar and white carbohydrates directly sabotages our mental energy, our productivity, focus, and optimism. It makes us feel like crap. And I'm going to show you exactly how. I'm also going to teach you a few secrets that pharmaceutical companies have, mainly how antidepressant drugs work. And what we can do is if we understand the concepts of how these drugs work, we can take that knowledge and use natural means of accomplishing the same goal. And here's the kicker. When we learn how to do it naturally, we can actually do things that pharmaceutical drugs cannot. So I'll repeat, if we learn how to do it naturally, then we can do things more powerful than those antidepressant drugs. And I'll show you how. And when we learn this, what we can do is we can put ourselves in the ultimate state of energy, focus, and productivity whenever and wherever we want, because now we know how it works. So the basic thing that we have to understand is what is a neurotransmitter. A neurotransmitter is basically a chemical, a brain chemical, that makes your neurons talk to each other. In your brain, there are electric signals firing all the time. And when one neuron is talking to another neuron, they need neurotransmitters to help transmit that signal. So we don't have to get too deep into details, but all you need to know is that more neurotransmitters means more brain activity, and that translates to better thinking, which also translates to more mental energy, more productivity, more ability to focus. This is where all those feelings come from. So how about a little introduction to our neurotransmitters? Because I know you've heard of a lot of them. The first one is serotonin. Serotonin is a brain chemical that is our natural antidepressant. When our serotonin is high, it makes us feel calm, confident, optimistic. Basically, when your serotonin is high, you feel ready for anything, unshakable. The next group of neurotransmitters are adrenaline, which is also known as epinephrine, noradrenaline, which is also known as norepinephrine, and dopamine. These are a group of brain chemicals that are known as catecholamines, and these are our action and focus brain chemicals. When these brain chemicals are at optimum levels, we have all the energy and focus that we need. Caffeine actually stimulates these brain chemicals. But as I teach you in a later lesson, if you use caffeine to get these feelings of focus and taking action, you will see that using caffeine to get those feelings is like taking out a home loan at 75% APR. You would never do it. But that's the next lesson. But if our catecholamines are high, if our adrenaline, noradrenaline, and dopamine are high, then we have focus and we have mental energy. The next group of neurotransmitters are endorphins. We've all heard about endorphins. They're responsible for feelings of exhilaration, feeling the rush, that kind of thing. Endorphins really give you the ability to enjoy life. So the point of all this is, when all these brain chemicals, when all these neurotransmitters are optimized, we feel energetic, focused, positive, happy, and most of all, when all these things are combined, we are productive. So one thing I want to get across to you is how powerful these brain chemicals are. These brain chemicals are so incredibly powerful that these are the brain chemicals that are targeted by drug companies when they make antidepressants. Let's talk a little bit about how antidepressant drugs work.